Hello everyone, this is Damon with Pixnub. In this video, I'm going to be doing a quick demonstration of the Grid Maker application and just showing you the purpose of this app and kind of what it does. This is not a full tutorial. Please watch our other videos for those. This is a standalone application only, but you can save your designs as PSD. It would be impossible to actually make this application into a plugin just because it does things that really can't be done inside of Photoshop. But you can save as a PSD so you can import those if you want. So the first thing is I'll load it in a folder of images here. And you can see how quickly that loaded in our images. And what's cool about this application is it automatically decides the best fit for your images. So you don't have to tell it initially how many images per row or how many rows. It's just going to fit those into the design, which you can override if you want. So you can change the number of images per row to whatever you want. But like I say, it's going to automatically fit that to your design. Now, you're not restricted to any particular aspect ratios for either your canvas or your images. So for example, let me change this here. You can see that the image layout changes and automatically adapts to your layout. And you're not even restricted to standard aspect ratios either. You can do whatever you want. So I got a 2:1 here, and you can see that it just automatically arranges the images to fit that. So let's just reset everything here. Let me show you something else that's really slick here. There's a negative space area, and this is a space that knocks out an area where you can designate an area that you want to put your graphics or whatever. And you can also adjust your settings and spacing. I'm not going to really get too into that, but you do have control to adjust the spacing between the images and the rows too. So let's just export this into Photoshop just so I can demonstrate that. Just because I wanted to show this, once you get a design saved, you can open this in Photoshop. And then you have a transparent background if you hide the background layer here. But you've also got all of your images organized into groups here by row. So you can move around individual images as you need to for your specific design. There's also presets that you can save. So let me load a preset just to test, just to show you that there's a lot of things you can adjust in here. Your different colors and your borders and your corners. So there's that. You can always reset your settings at any time just to get back to the default. I'm going to show you one more thing here. Let's make this, I don't know, let's go 8x10 vertical, just because I want to show this with horizontal images going into a vertical design. Now, one thing that's been requested by a lot of people is the ability to use landscape cutouts for a design like this, like for team images. So I've got an example of that. You can see it automatically fit our teams into the design. You also have options to change your text. So if you wanted to choose a different text, you could do any text that's on your system. You can click the little arrows to scroll through your text. I don't know, something like that. Let's just throw something in there just for a demonstration here. Then you can also import background files, which I don't actually have a background file for the demo here, but you can import a background image, which we'll put in the back. And if you export as a PSD, that'll be a separate layer. But I'll just change the background color here. Let's just give it something else. That's not a very good combination of font color and background color, but whatever. You can see the point here. And then once again, if we export that, you can save it as a PNG too. Oh, you can also save as a PNG with transparency. So under your background section, if you click transparent background, you could save this off as a PNG against transparency. You could save as a JPEG, which would of course flatten it. But if we save as a PSD again, then we can go open our PSD in Photoshop. See, once again, we have our design layout there. And of course, this would work too with our negative space. So we could define the space we wanted as our negative space and adjust all the other settings as we see fit. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and be sure to watch the other tutorial videos as well.